So the first thing you want to do is to download the map Inca. Download links will be in the description. Okay, after downloading it, you want to go to the angle from where you're going to be taking the picture without replay mode, or you could just use F2 and take a normal screenshot. And for time, I prefer like this time, F2, that got saved. And now for the replay mode part, you're gonna be around Y13. Now what you're gonna do is press P. That's gonna start the replay mode and start punching the air. Now you're gonna open the latest replay. Press P to pause. Now what I'm gonna do is like going to my character. Go to name tags and turn off everything so that the name tag does not come while taking a screenshot. Yeah, and that's gonna work. That's the one that he used. Yeah, that looks good now. You're gonna do. Alright guys, now to get the screenshots, you're gonna search %app data % and that's gonna open the folder. Go to Minecraft and then you're gonna find screenshots. And for the newest screenshots, you're gonna scroll down, and now what you're gonna do is like you're gonna press Ctrl and left click on both of them and get them to Photoshop. And for the dimensions that I'm using is 1920 by 1080. So you're gonna put this dimensions and you're gonna create it. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is like when you got both of the images, drag this background layer to the bottom part, and now what you're gonna do is like zoom in like this. I'm gonna make it a tiny bit bigger, yeah, and enter, and right click it and rasterize layer, filter, blur and Gaussian blur, set it to 5.4, looks good. Now what you're gonna do is like press to this, create a new layer, and then rectangular tool, and then we can start creating it. And we could change it to any color, but for this instance I'm gonna go for black and enter it. And from here I have to select the black color, and now I'm gonna press enter and like right click, rasterize layer, opacity around 60ish, and fill around 50. So that looks good. And now for the character, I'm gonna open the character layer, rasterize layer, and then P or pen tool, which you can right click and get it. And now I'm gonna cut this character out of this image. You do not have to be precise about it. You can like go like a little bit out or in, that doesn't matter that much. And Control Z for going to the previous step that you have done if you make any mistake. And for curving the lines, you're gonna left click and drag it towards the way. Now press shift and Ctrl++ to zoom. Now you're gonna Alt plus click to make the lines curved. Okay, now from where you started you should connect to it. Now Control Enter, Control C and Control V. As you can see, we have cut it and it looks good. And now we are going to delete the old layer. Go to the layer 1, which I'm going to rename to MC character. And this rectangle, I'm gonna name it to like and this so for renaming it, you double tap on the name which is already there, and I'm gonna name this background. And now I'm gonna click to the Minecraft character, Control T, make it bigger. And now for the crosshair, and I'm gonna look for images. Like as you can see, I can use this one or like any type of crosshair as I want, but I'm gonna be using this one. So right click, copy, and here, if you're intending to get a PNG, then download it, and if you do the copy method to the PNG, then it will not be a PNG file. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is go to magic wand. You could right click and get to magic wand and press shift and then click the white parts, and this makes life so much easier. Now what you're gonna do is Control CV and delete the old layer, and I'm gonna name this crosshair. So Control T to change its position. I'm gonna put it behind the Minecraft character, make it like a little bit bigger. And yeah, now you're gonna right click it, blending options. Now I'm gonna add a drop shadow. So we have to keep in mind that the drop shadow size has to be 0, spread 0, distance 12, opacity and everything will be default, and press OK. And now what I'm gonna do is like be in that crosshair layer, Control CV and Control T to change its position. Now I'm gonna be make it slightly tilted towards the right. Yeah, and it looks decent, and I'm still gonna change it. And now this will be my crosshair 2. Change the blending mode to like multiplier color bomb, and then I'm gonna increase the opacity a little bit. Here the overlay looks kinda decent. I'm gonna go to again blending mode, and this time I'm gonna increase the size by a little bit, and then opacity will be like slightly less, and then it looks somewhat like this. And now for the arrow, now what I'm gonna do is going to the background, here going to adjustments and add like curves, and with this curve you can make it like dark, you can make it like very light, and it looks good. And now again going to the background, B for the brush tool, making the sign decently big, the brush size, and selecting it with soft pressure in a new layer because I could change the opacity of it. Yeah, and you're done. And now for exporting, go to export as, and you're done. And I could name it anything like tutorial, and it's done. Hope you guys like it.